Good evening from the Central Illinois Weather Network. I'm Larry Eastep. About 10:30 on this Saturday evening, April 24th, we're seeing additional severe storms continuing to fire up from just to the west of Huntington, West Virginia, all the way down I-75 through the Knoxville, Tennessee area, east now of Nashville, but approaching the Knoxville and Chattanooga areas in Tennessee. And storms will be again in the Atlanta area over the next few hours, so definitely keep an eye out for that. But storms also to the west of Montgomery, Alabama again. Let's put all this in perspective and show you what we're talking about. We'll switch over here real quick to the Ohio Valley radar, show you these storms further to the north are continuing to occur over portions of Illinois and spinning over into Iowa and Missouri. Most of those not severe right now, but they are producing very heavy rain. And there is a tornado watch still for portions of extreme east central Illinois on into portions of west central and central Indiana. We'll take a look at that here very quickly on the Lincoln, Illinois radar. If it'll pop up here, we can show you that particular watch. Again, not much going on in the Springfield area right now, but the particular watch would be from Ford and Iroquois counties in Illinois over through the areas near Bloomington, Indiana, and on the far east there, Indianapolis. Right now, nothing happening in that watch area. We'll keep an eye on it, though. The potential is still there, so we will keep an eye on it. The slight risk of storms continues from just south of Joliet over to Galesburg, down to Effingham, and further towards the east. Now let's look at the warnings we've got going on. Let's go back to this high-top Illinois radar one more time and show you, well, we may do that. Let's try this. Let's go to the Jackson, Kentucky radar and show you a brand new tornado warning just coming out there. This particular tornado warning for McCreary County and Wayne County, Kentucky until midnight Eastern Time. We're going to zoom in on this. We'll give you a little bit more info. Here's the information on that particular warning. National Weather Service Doppler radar continued to indicate a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located near Sunnybrook, or 7 miles southeast of Albany, moving east at 50. Now, put this in perspective. This is just to the south of Somerset. We're going to look in here a little bit closer. You see hail icon showing up here on Storm Lab, which tells us this storm is a pretty hefty one, and it is at the south end of this line, moving towards McCreary County. Now, you can see this very clearly over Wayne County, the white and the purple that we're zooming in on here. We'll get this centered up on your screen and be able to show you the details a little bit clearer. Again, this is extreme southern, well, the southern half of Wayne County, south of Monticello. This particular storm is tracking off toward McCreary County, and that is going to definitely be a situation to watch as that storm moves into McCreary County. And this particular area will be something we'll definitely need to be watching, as this storm has had a history of wind damage, and again now is showing signs of tornadic activity once again. We'll get in here, just trying to fix a couple of things here on the screen, and we'll be able to tell you about the hail size with this. And we're looking with the hail size up to, we've seen this evening very, very intense hail, and up to 1 3/4 inch hail being reported now. This is the radar telling us as this storm moves toward McCreary County, and a lot of recreational areas down here in this part of Kentucky, so definitely going to have to watch out. You see a number of lakes there, and those boaters in those areas, of course, need to be moving to shelter as this storm is packing a pretty powerful punch. Now let's go to the Alabama radar one more time, and we'll show you this high-top Alabama radar. We've got two different tornado warnings, both to the south of Huntsville, one to the north of Birmingham. Let's take a look at this one first. We do have a tornado signature with that. This warning in effect for about another 10 minutes for DeKalb and Marshall counties. Local law enforcement did report a tornado with this storm at 10:23 Central Time. This tornado was causing damage near Albertville, moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. So again, this tornado has been confirmed, and this particular tornado is moving to the northeast at 45. Well, we took a look at that. Let's go back over to that image again. We're going to zoom in on this first one here and show you this signature that we again are getting with radar of a tornado. And I'm just looking at this information here that it's putting on the screen here for me. 1 1/4 inch hail would be reported, would be likely with this storm. This is moving towards the northeast. Again, we're going to look at a path cast here of this storm. Here are the towns that would be affected by this tornado over the next short while. And those particular towns, again, are in the path of this tornadic cell that is producing a signature on radar of a tornado. That would be Shiloh, around 10 o'clock local time. Pine Ridge 10:06, Fort Payne 10:11, Hammondville 10:21, and Valley Head at 10:22. Again, that's for this tornadic cell here showing up on radar. We'll zoom in on this and show you a little bit closer the signature we're getting with this storm just to the north of Albertville, moving towards the northeast. And again, this particular tornado warning in effect local time until 10:45 p.m. for DeKalb and Marshall County. Now down further to the south, we'll look at this particular cell along I-65 producing a tornado as well. We'll look at the warning details on this. This would be for Blount County, Jefferson, and Walker County, Alabama, moving east at 40 miles an hour. We'll get more details on this particular warning as well. And this particular warning would be a trained weather spotter reporting a tornado near Summerton at 10:26 Central Time, so about 10 minutes ago, moving east at 40. This remains a tornado emergency situation. So let's go through the towns that are affected by this. I'm going to go over, you can see them there on the screen. We're going to do a path cast that's a little bit more current on this and show you what we're talking about here. With this particular cell, it is again moving toward the east. So we're going to put a path cast on this, and we will take this cell to the east at around 40 miles an hour and show you the towns that would be in the path of this storm. And this would be including towns including Warrior, Hayden, Trafford, County Line, Locust Fork, Springville, Rosa, and Highland Lake, all in the path of this tornadic cell moving toward the east. And you can see those counties there. It's going to move right across I-65 and continue to march toward the east. A tornado emergency situation. Trained weather spotters reporting a tornado. With that, also you notice flash flood warnings over this entire area. Storms from Coleman on up to the north. And again, a very nasty line of storms as well moving toward the Chattanooga area. We're going to take a quick look at that as we haven't really focused on that area very much. We'll zoom in on that very quickly here and show you a nasty line of storms moving toward the Chattanooga area. Could possibly be tornadic. We'll keep an eye on it. These storms are about a half hour away if they continue the current movement, and they have been tornadic, as you can see, toward the northeast. A brand new warning just coming over. We'll get that up here for you on the radar. This particular warning is for Bledsoe and Sequatchie County in East Tennessee until 11 p.m. And this storm would be 6 miles southeast of Grentley-Lager or 10 miles southwest of Dunlap, moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. So again, nothing to play around with here. Also a significant weather advisory for Franklin County, Tennessee for this particular storm, moving toward the east at 45. And we have more storms moving into the I-59 corridor over portions of northern Georgia. A lot going on out there. Again, we'll very quickly take a look at the regional radar, and we can show you most of the storms now are pretty much lining up along the I-75 and I-65 corridors, the ones that are tornadic at least. Louisville, Kentucky, you're out of the woods for severe weather at the moment. Nashville, Tennessee as well. Eventually these storms will clear portions of Montgomery, Alabama over the next couple of hours, but in the meantime, it's been a very deadly day with tornadoes. At least 12 confirmed dead now over the south, and this is not a situation to play with at all. Tornadoes at night, rain-wrapped and very difficult to see. Not anything to play around with. Move to safe shelter if you're in those warning areas. For the Central Illinois Weather Network, I'm Larry Estep.